Hello, and we're glad to have you with us here in Saline County at the Pioneer Museum. Today we're going to be talking about blockhouses. And we happen to have a guy right here beside me that knows a lot about blockhouses here in Saline County in Southern Illinois, and that is my dear friend here, Mark Montzinger. Mark, what do you have to share about blockhouses with us today?
Well, the first thing is that this is a replica of what a typical blockhouse here in Saline County would have looked like. And here on the Pioneer Village, we actually have mostly buildings that were brought in, but this one was actually built here. There just weren't any blockhouses left. People dismantled them and that type of thing after the threats were gone. But the blockhouses were built during the War of 1812. As a matter of fact, the territorial governor, Ninian Edwards, made a proclamation that people that lived in Illinois should build blockhouses because of the Indian threats. And the War of 1812 actually, in Illinois, actually started about 1811 because of the Indian threats and the different things. And it wasn't the Indians that you normally think of. You think of the Shawnee National Forest. It was Indian groups like the Pinkeshaw, the Winnebago, the Kickapoo, and even a few attacks were done in Southern Illinois by Creek Indians. There were no large engagements, mostly just raiding parties. But the blockhouses were basically built almost like a storm shelter, a place for somebody to run into if they heard there was some threats. There were 6 of them here in Saline County that we know of, and quite possibly a few more that we don't know for sure, just kind of rumored.
Right, and you know, the one here in the Pioneer Village, it's made authentic. It's made exactly like they were made back in the old days, right?
Yeah, and from what I understand, in the main construction, there's not a nail in it.
That's right. That's exactly right. So it's really a very authentic reproduction of what the blockhouses look like. And talk about some of the features, Mark, of the blockhouse that make it really kind of a safe place to go into in case of attacks or anything like that that the villagers might have faced.
It was basically, there weren't any large engagements. It was mostly just raiding parties of, at the most maybe 10. And these people would run into this place. And if you look at the blockhouse behind us, you can see that it is built of large hewn logs that are very thick.
Won't burn.
It won't burn. As a matter of fact, they build it to where it is actually smaller in the bottom and larger on the top. And what that prevents is somebody from crawling up. It also prevents somebody from being able to go up to the base of it and start a fire because they were able to pour water down or something like that from above. And so it was basically, the entire structure was built with the idea of protection in mind.
And the turrets up at the top, I mean, that's where they could certainly put their weapons out and kind of fight back and stuff. But there again, they're really small, so therefore, if someone's trying to shoot arrows or even shoot at them, it's going to be very difficult.
Well, one of the things that they would do is they wanted it to be small enough to where it'd be very difficult to shoot in. They could shoot out, but it would be hard to shoot in. And as we found out that a lot of the guns at that time that the British were supplying to the Native Americans in this area were the smooth bore, and they were not real accurate. And so it kept people from being able to shoot into the place.
That is just amazing. And again, in Saline County, we have 6 known blockhouses that you've identified, that have been identified.
That's exactly right.
And when you come to Harrisburg, Illinois, here in Saline County, make sure you come out and visit the Pioneer Village, where we have the blockhouse and many other historic structures. It's a great place to bring the entire family. Hi, I'm Eric Gregg, and I'm here at Sloan Street Market with Brett Allen, the owner of Sloan Street Market, and this is just a great place to stop by for groceries as well as sandwiches. I mean, they have spectacular food and all sorts of really great items here. I'm gonna let Brett talk a little bit about his establishment. He's been here for a while.
We've been here since 1957. My parents and grandparents ran it then, and I took it over in 1986. We've got a fully stocked meat counter. I cook out on Saturdays. We have ribs, chickens, pork loins, world famous pork burgers, hamburgers, bratwurst. We do it all on Saturdays. And if you're going to be doing a little tourism in Southern Illinois, it'd be a great place to stop in before you head out that way, or afterwards.
Absolutely. Stop by Sloan Street Market, see Brett and his outstanding staff, and they'll take good care of you. I've got one of the most famous and delicious pork loin sandwiches, and I'm going to try a bite right now.